speakers and participated in workshops that expanded our knowledge on federal law. Growing our advocacy skills and learning how to shape public policy on Capitol Hill at home was something you could never dream of. We were honored to participate as a state. Thank you.
Are there any questions or comments about the advocacy report? And you can question or comment.
Yes.
Be involved, it's interactive. All right, perhaps you'll talk later to her. Thank you, Kiana. The next item of business is the report by our Vice President of Leadership Development, Jennifer Hale.
Hello, everybody. I am new to the board, so I am very excited. I've been doing a lot of things. The first thing I've been working on is to prepare a customized learning experience to present as a Zoom discussion on succession planning. Transitioning the outgoing and incoming officers is a very important process. Transitioning your board is about passing on your vision and your mission. It's continuing, it's that continuity. It is filling the vacancies as they occur. It is also about nurturing new leaders. And this is something that we have to do throughout the year. This is not something that we have to do when we get to the end of the year and all of a sudden we have these open positions and we're like, what are we going to do now? So this is, I think, going to be a super fun and exciting Zoom discussion that I think everyone really needs as we're looking to the end of the year and planning for next year. And so I've come up with some great topics that we're going to bring up about face-to-face meetings and introductions that we need to do where we have the outgoing and incoming getting together and talking and doing training and introducing all of the different training that we have. There's so many resources on the internet just from what we have, what nationals have. There's tons of great webinars. Also about preparing a year-end summary. I don't know how many people actually do that, but it would be a wonderful thing to prepare your summary and talk about what you actually did, what you wanted to do, what you accomplished and what you didn't accomplish, and what you would like to see happen. And so I think those goals are important to talk about. The other thing I talked about is transferring those records. It's really important for the closure. You have to transfer the records, but it's important to go through that and with your successor. Go through those steps, go through your procedures books, and sit together and go through those steps. And so those are some great topics that I have, and we're going to do it by each board position so that you can go and look and see how one president transitions to the next and how the secretary transitions. So I'm super excited about it. I think y'all are going to enjoy those Zoom discussions. The other thing that I got to do as a new member was I was asked to be a representative for the state PTA on the work group that prepared a response to the House Resolution 146. Basically, it was a joint study on the feasibility of installing seatbelts in school buses and to report our findings to the House Committee on Education. We actually recommended that they should not be mandated. The legislator really needs to appropriate monies for funding to have 3-point seatbelts in the school buses. And really, it was a very interesting study that we did. We learned that in the past 5 years, there's only been two fatalities on school buses in crashes. The more fatal accidents have actually been on getting on and off buses. It has not actually been on the school buses where the fatalities have occurred. And so I think that they're aware of that, but I think it became more evident that that is where we actually need more assistance, is making sure that those kids are getting on and off those buses safely. The other thing that I actually found interesting is that a lot of times in our schools, the buses are driven, they have to be retired after 25 years. But what is happening is in our schools, because of funding, the buses are retired at 25 years. They do not buy school buses before then. that 25 years, instead of buying brand new school buses, the schools are buying buses that are used that may be at 15 years. And so to be able to put a 3-point seatbelt on a school bus, the seats are not built to be able to have the sturdiness to put the belts on there. So one of the recommendations we did is that maybe we would be able to go forward and put seatbelts on new buses. But currently, the buses that we have that are in play are just not built for actual school buses. The other issue too that I brought up was the fact that we have a bus driver shortage. And in my neighborhood, my bus driver runs multiple routes. And so he is driving for multiple ages. And so just like in your car, you have children who are in, car seats all the way up. And so for a 3-point belt system, they have to be adjustable so that you don't have kids getting strangled. So it was a very, very interesting study. And so as a new member, I was super excited to get to be a part of it. So I'm very excited to be on the new board, and I'm excited for all the different things that I'm going to get to do and see what else Caitlin's going to send my way. So is there any questions or comments about the Leadership Development Report? Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. The next item of business is report of our program manager affiliation, Beth Maynard.
Okay, so I am moving into a new position of being in charge of active affiliation. Currently, we have 55 local PTA units in Louisiana, and 28 of them have active affiliation, which means they have all of their paperwork is in order, keeps them out of trouble with the IRS, with the Louisiana Secretary of State, Louisiana PTA, and National PTA. So I'll be working on that next year to increase that number. And I think that's that. And I will be helping for those who need it.
Are there any questions or comments about the affiliation report? Thank you, Beth. The next item is our membership report presented by Priscilla Allen, Louisiana PTA Administrator.
As you know, I'm loud, so I probably don't need the microphone. So every time you send your membership roster, you're sending it to me, and I'm the one who enters the numbers for national. As of March 25th, 2023, at 8 a.m. this morning, the general membership in Louisiana is at 11,884. With your hard work, we have steadily been growing since 2020, the 2021 school year, when the closing of our schools in Louisiana due to the pandemic dropped our membership to an all-time low of 8,696. So already much better. The state goal for this year, because of our 100-year anniversary, is 12,100. We are only 216 members short of that goal. It's only March. Keep working it. We need 216 more members. Just ask someone, ask everyone. If you're not asking the restaurant that you go to for lunch, ask. All they can say is no. So please keep working it. If you need anything, y'all know where to get me.
Are there any questions or comments about the membership report? It's very encouraging. Oh,
See?
you have a question?
No, we just got a new member.
Oh, it's just that darn simple, isn't it?
215 to go.
Thank you, Giselle. And thank you for all the hard work. Keeping us straight with national, with the membership reporting is one of the easiest things that I get to do because Giselle does it all. All right. Next, Philip Davis will be presenting the report of the nominations committee.
The Louisiana PTA bylaws adopted June 24th, 2021 require that nominees must provide 15 days notification before the state convention or state meeting of their intent to run. The following members have provided notification of intention to run. Beth Malo, Vice President of Affiliation. Sarah Gallagher, Vice President of Advocacy. Samitra Mariala, Vice President, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Jennifer Hale, Vice President, Leadership Development. And Ashley Snell, Treasurer.
Thank you, Philip. Since there is only one member for each office, Louisiana PTA bylaws, Article 6, Officers, Section 2, Paragraph B states, if there is no more than one nominee for an elected position, the nominee shall be declared elected by the president. The chair therefore declares Beth Malo, the Vice President of Affiliation. Sarah Gallagher, Vice President of Advocacy. Samatra Marilala, Vice President, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Jennifer Hale, Vice President, Leadership Development, and Ashley Snell, Treasurer, are each elected to the office as noted. Congratulations, all. With those officers present who have just been elected, please report to the stage. Yes, I'm sorry.
Giselle Allen, Woodlake Elementary. I would like to move to add Kayla Pagel to the installation ceremony with the rationale that you were never given the opportunity due to COVID.
Aww. That's true. I second that. That's right. True.
All right, parliamentarian, now I've taken
You may just use unanimous consent.
unanimous consent.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Before we do our officer installation ceremony, I would like Kiana Scott to please join us. I want to thank you for all of your service as an elected officer in the Louisiana PTA Board. And on behalf of the board, I would like to present you our member scroll, Louisiana PTA, and a pin for you to have to designate to show that you have gotten this.
It has the new logo on it too.
I'm sorry.
I put the new logo on it instead of the old one.
All right, and because we did this job as a threesome for such a very long time, I also wanted to recognize Beth with the member scroll. She's done anything you see graphics, any flyer, anything you see that publicizes Louisiana PTA, to include our logos, everything is Beth. She is the one I say, this is what I like, and she makes it all happen. So I'm very proud to have been part of this trio, and I wanted to be able to say that in front of everyone. So thank you again. When you first became a PTA member, you showed you cared about children by choosing to join. Then,
You can't be installed if you're doing it yourself.
That is true. Thank you, Giselle.
Sorry. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we reading it off of this tiny little screen? Okay. We're going to practice my reading skills in the tiny screen. When you first became a PTA member, you showed you cared about children by choosing to join. Then, at a local PTA board, you showed your dedication to children by choosing to lead. Now, as a state PTA officer, you are showing your commitment to working for the future of our children and PTA by choosing to serve. I know that each of you will do your best to work for every child with one voice. As I read the purpose of PTA, rededicate yourselves to serving all children and youth, to promote the welfare of children and youth in home, school, places of worship, and throughout the community, to raise the standards of home life, to advocate for laws that further the education, physical and mental health, welfare, and safety of all of our youth, to promote the collaboration and engagement of families and educators in the education of our children and youth, to engage the public in united efforts to secure the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social well-being of all children and youth, and finally, to advocate for fiscal responsibility regarding public tax dollars and public education funding. To the officers, there can be no greater charge, no higher challenge than that which you are now being offered by the Louisiana PTA. May you enter upon your office with the steadfast purpose that serving as only you can serve. Do you accept the challenge and charge? Please signify by saying we do. We do. It is with pleasure I declare you duly installed officers of the Louisiana PTA for the 2023-2025 term. Congratulations. Okay, and is with our, okay, yes ma'am.
Are any of the other leaders here that were elected? When you get done, can I get a picture with Kayla and Dia with you guys too? Okay, and I have some gifts from National PTA to give them to when you're done.
National gives good swag.
Yeah.
We would like to share this small gift from Louisiana PTA to you guys. These small bluebirds of happiness. They're life-affirming symbols of inspiration. Keep them with you to remind you of why you do PTA.